So it looks like Kerrion Franklin and Kirk Franklin are back in the news. But this time it's not Kirk that's done anything. It's more, well, he's not done much from what we've seen. But his son Kerrion is in jail. Kerrion's been kind of out there now because he's on the new show, Bad Boys Club LA, which is on the Zeus network. You should go check it out. It's actually pretty entertaining. Lots of fighting, lots of interesting stuff going on. He seems to kind of be the star of the show, some would say. Some would differ with that, but some would say he's the star of the show. But he got arrested. He was arrested recently in Beverly Hills. This was reported on the Larry Reed Live show, and Larry Reed actually talked to him from jail. So he's in jail at the time of this recording. He's pulled over for a busted tail light, according to him. Also, there was allegedly a pistol, illegal gun found in the vehicle that didn't belong to him, it seems. And also, the car that he's driving allegedly does not belong to him and allegedly belongs to a young girl that is missing and presumed murdered, dead. So he's being questioned and possibly charged, weapons charge, questioned about murder, and a couple other things. He had a couple of warrants in Texas as well, so he's having to be extradited, from what I saw, back to Texas from California. He has a court date this week though, and it seems that Larry Reed and not Bishop, but John P. Key, gospel artist John P. Key, and some other mysterious person are working together to try to get him out of jail. No word yet from the daddy, from Kirk Franklin. Many are wondering. I mean, many are speculating. I'm trying to say, should Kirk get involved with this 37, 38-year-old grown man's son? Should he get involved with this situation while they don't have a relationship, a speaking relationship, other than the one we heard last year? There's a link right here of Kirk cussing him out real good, telling him, "Don't you ever disrespect me? I break your neck," something like that. It got ugly. Um, it was very ugly. So, but there's a link to it. Check it out. So we're going to follow the story. That's all we know right now. That he's been questioned, perhaps, about a murder situation or a missing person situation. He's driving the car of the missing individual, young girl. There's also another fella that woke up dead that he was friends with that was threatening to expose perhaps a recording of some allegations that Kerrion perhaps made about his daddy. Very serious allegations. Very serious ones. Just use your mind and think. What could that be? What could those allegations be of someone that seems to be so distant from their father right now? Something that could have happened to them perhaps when they were, I don't know. Who knows? I don't know. But there are allegations swirling about. So he's in jail. He has a court date. He perhaps supposed to be extradited. He's in jail without bond, so I'm not sure how. I don't know how that process works. So I'm not sure how they're gonna get him out. But I guess we'll see. But Larry Reed talked to him from jail. He called Larry Reed from jail and chatted with him. And I must say, he was not himself. If you've watched Kerrion for any amount of time on TV or interviews he's done with Larry in the past, recordings he's done and exposed to the public, or even on the Bad Boys Club show, he's a little bit erratic, in my opinion. You don't get clear answers. He goes in circles. For instance, when the fellas on Bad Boys Club, because most of the guys in the house are gay guys, homosexual guys, and then there's two straight guys, and then there's Kerrion. And the two straight guys were pressuring him to make a choice. to let them know what side are you on. Are you gay or are you straight? We need to know so we can determine whether we want to hang with you, which is crazy. In my opinion, it's really kind of odd. And he wouldn't say. He was just like, I'm just me. Why you want to know? Why you want to know? I'm speculating you. He just kind of went around it. And then he started doing these, when people are kind of insecure, they have these, he started saying weird stuff. He started kind of trying, I don't know, it's weird stuff. You got to see it. It was very weird stuff he was saying. Who was that texting me that? And he did the very same thing when Larry was asking him about their car. It seems as though he'd already allegedly let Larry know that the car belonged to the girl that's missing and presumed murdered. But when Larry was asking him this particular time, he was dancing. He jitterbugged all around it. And would not give a specific answer. And then Larry allowed people to come on, which is always weird to be with Larry. It's one thing that finds me, it kind of puts me off with Larry Reid. I love his show. He does great things, but the way he does it sometimes, like you're helping this guy, right? Yet you allow him to put himself in a position to be talking on a jail phone for the sake of your show, for views, exploitation, perhaps, to possibly incriminate himself. But yet you and Jumpy Key are working to get him out of jail, but you allow him to possibly incriminate himself by talking about a case and stuff he's been questioned about on the phone. So maybe it's good that he danced around it. But why would you put him in that position? Knowing that he's a little loose, perhaps, off the handle. Anyway, what are your thoughts? If you hadn't pressed like yet, do that, please. A thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. You're not a subscriber. But I want to hear, what are your thoughts on this whole situation with Kerrion? I can't put my finger on it. What are your thoughts, though? And what are your thoughts on Larry calling him up, letting him call him up from jail and talking about this over for the world to hear? And also, what are your thoughts on Kirk, his dad, Kirk Franklin? What are your thoughts on that? Do you think his dad should get involved? Should his dad help him out of jail or use his power, if you will, or influence and try to make something happen here? Because he's being sent back to Texas, from what I understand. I don't know what the status is today, but last I heard he's going to be extradited to Texas. That court date, I'm not sure if that court date's in Texas or the court date is in LA. I don't know. There's so many missing pieces to this crazy, ridiculous story. Gun charges, murder talk, a car that didn't belong to you, busted tail light, which is just a way for them to stop you, obviously. A resisting arrest, perhaps. They talked about resisting back when him and his dad got into it. I guess police got involved. I don't know. But it sounds like there was a resisting arrest they're talking about as well. They're trying to get him. It all catches up. I hope he's innocent. I hope he goes free. I hope he learns from this. I hope he picks his people that are close to him better. I hope he and his dad can resolve their issues. It's a very sad state of affairs. I'm Lamb. This is TFG TV. Peace out.